I'm Chef Ken Arnone, and right now we're going to talk about Oreganata. And the famous Italian dish would be clams Oreganata. And obviously it means oregano. Now, that dish traditionally was started with clams that were shucked and topped off with breadcrumbs, oregano, parsley, garlic, and then baked in the oven. Well, we're going to take that and we're going to expand on it and show you how to use it in some very different, versatile ways. So first off, we have our ingredients. We have fresh oregano, which is incredibly important. We have some fresh chopped parsley, some chopped garlic that has been cooked in olive oil, and then you have your breadcrumbs. You have a couple of different options here. You can use toasted or those that are untoasted, and it really depends on the cook time. If the item that you're cooking has a very short cook time, you should toast them first. So here we have toasted breadcrumbs, raw, and then we also have some panko breadcrumbs. These are Japanese, and they're a little bit larger and offer a slightly different texture. As far as the oil goes, you can use an extra virgin or a pure olive oil as well. So, oreganata can be used as a topping for a variety of things. Shrimp, scallops, oysters. Now, different fish also work very well. Swordfish, before or after cooking, cod, bass, and these can be in the form of a fillet and or a steak. Works great for chicken breast, pork and veal, chops and medallions. You could also use it on vegetables. Baked eggplant would be excellent, or baked or grilled zucchini as well. You could also use it for onions, roasted or grilled onions as a topping. And now we're going to assemble the oreganata topping. First thing you want to do is chop the oregano. You don't want to do this too far in advance because oregano does bruise and it has a tendency to turn very dark in color. I'm going to give you a basic guideline on a recipe, but understand that you can easily change the proportions or the ratio to suit your liking. A rough chop on that is great. Now we're going to use approximately 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And for the recipe that I'm going to use today, we're going to use the toasted breadcrumbs. So for that, you're looking for, let's just say about 1/4 cup of fresh chopped oregano. In addition to that, I'm also going to use about 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley. And I have here a clove, about 1.5 cloves, 2 cloves medium size of garlic that was chopped, that was cooked in oil. Then I'm going to add some olive oil, a pinch of salt, and some pepper. And now we mix. Now again, depending on how you're going to use this topping really determines the ingredients that you're putting in there. You may want a little bit more oil or less oil, depending on if it's going to be cooking in the oven for quite some time, and or if it's just added as a topping afterwards. Make sure that you mix it well to incorporate all the ingredients. It just needs just a bit more oil, a little bit on the dry side. Okay, and now we're going to taste. Very, very vibrant oregano flavor, great texture and crunch. And that's how we prepare our oreganata topping. And right here we have a bronzino fillet. We're going to start with a little bit of salt and pepper. Put some of the topping on top. Again, you want to cover the surface area pretty evenly and generously. And now we're going to place that directly in the oven. Now we have our bronzino fillets that have finished cooking with the oreganata topping on there. And there we have bronzino fillet with oreganata topping. Here's another use for oreganata for adding after an item is cooked. We have some green beans that have been sauteed with a little bit of onions and some garlic. And we're going to use our oreganata topping to finish them off. This not only adds a bit of flavor, but it's certainly going to add some texture to the green beans as well. And now we've shown a few different ways to use oreganata as a topping.